Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2021 Thermaltake Expo June virtual exhibition. My name is Catherine, your host of today. To our fans and our longtime supporters, welcome back. And to our new viewers, thank you so much for joining with us today. I'm so excited to be with you guys virtually. Actually, starting today till 4th of June, we will be delivering the latest products and software to you via our live stream. And now it's time to introduce our keynote speaker, also Thermaltake CEO and founder, Kenny Lin, to kick off our event. Thank you, Kenny, for the spectacular keynote. As you can see from all our stunning products, continuous innovation has been always the core value of Thermaltake. Since our establishment, we have received numerous prestigious awards. It's time to take at all these awards. Wow, quite impressive, right? As we are entering a new season, it's time for some new looks and new colors. Thermaltake's new marketing idea is Your Mod, Your Way. As a brand designed for gamers, modders, and PC DIY enthusiasts, we are always looking to elevate your experience, provide you more options, and also help you to design your mod your way. Now it's almost the end of our ceremony. Coming up is the virtual exhibit tour. Please stay tuned either at Thermaltake Global YouTube channel or our Facebook page or our event microsite. Later on, we will have a live giveaway during the program. Don't miss out. See you soon.
Hello everyone, this is James. Welcome to the 2021 Thermaltake Expo June. And today I'm going to introduce you the brand new chassis and power supply products which will be available soon later this year. Are you guys ready? Let's get it. The first one right here is the Tower 100, which is the very first vertical mini ITX chassis for Thermaltake. Earlier this year we have launched the black and snow versions. And now we are ready to show you some very special color additions. The one right in the middle is the Tower 100 turquoise, and the one right here is the metallic gold, and the one right here is the racing green. Since the main topic for the Thermaltake Expo June is the Your Mod, Your Way, we just want to provide the users different options for them to build the very unique systems. So all the specs are remain the same with the original Tower 100 black and snow versions. It comes with two standard 12 centimeters fan, one on the top and one at the rears. So for the more detailed spec, I will introduce you during the chat sections, okay? And next, move on to the divider series. Last year, we have the debut for our brand new chassis series called the Divider Series, and it gains name because the unique side panel designs. For the side panel of the Divider Series, we split it diagonally with two triangular shapes. One is made by the steel, and one is the tempered glasses. And the first one I will introduce is the smaller cube case that called Divider 200s. And this is the tempered glasses edition and the air edition for those users who are cared about the thermal performance. And for these two models, it comes with both the black and snow colors for users to choose. And as you can see, it's a kind of very small to support only the micro ATX motherboards. And it comes with two standard fans. One is the 20 centimeters at front, and at the rear is 12 centimeters standard fan. And let's move on to the next. I'm sure some of you might be very familiar with this one right here. This is the Divider 300 Tg Argb edition, which is available now on the market. And for this year's, we have the air editions. Like I just mentioned, if you are the users, you don't really like the RGB lighting effects, you just care about the thermal performance, the air edition is the one you should take a closer look at it. And for tempered glasses, ARGB edition, it comes with three outstanding ARGB fans at front. It's a 12 centimeters and extra standard 12 centimeters fan at rear. And for the air edition, it comes with only two 12 centimeters fan. One is on the front and one is at the rear. And for both editions, it comes with the black and snow colors for users to choose. And all right, next move on to the bigger brothers of the divider families, the divider 500s. As you can see, the overall size are slightly bigger than the divider 300s, but for the divider 500, it is still the Midtower chassis that support the standard ATX motherboards. And it also comes with two different versions, with the tempered glass ARGB versions and the Air editions. And what's so special for the divider 500 Air edition is not only the front panels are the mesh. For the top panel of the divider 500 Air edition, it also comes with the mesh panels. And that's pretty much everything about the divider families. If you want to know more details about it, I will introduce you during the case sections. And next, move on to our last Midtower chassis called the Core P6. Last year, we have launched the brand new concept of our iconic open frame cases, the Core P8. And now we have present you the compact size of the Core P8, the Core P6. And it also comes with two different colors, with the black colors right here and the snow colors right here. And it can support not only the all-in-one liquid cooling systems, also you can build the Core P6 with the DIY liquid cooling systems. As we can see, it can support our outstanding distro plate right here. And there are still many other impressive features about the Core P6, and I will introduce you guys later during the case sections. And that's pretty much everything I want to introduce you today about our new cases. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions on the comment sections. And next, move on to our power supply, okay? All right, for this year's, there are two main series of the new power supply. The first one is our brand new analog power supply called the Top Power GF1 series. And it's from the 650 watts, 750 watts, and 850 watts. And this is for a long time that Thermaltake have relaunched the power supply with the snow colors, since we have many snow white colors version of the chassis, like the divider series I just introduced. That is why we want to have the snow white version of power supply for a user to choose to build a whole snow white systems. So there's have the black versions already on the market, and now we just present you the different option of the colors. And the next one is our brand new digital power supply, the Top Power Argb plus titanium 1650 watts and 1250 watts. It's been a while for Thermaltake to have the brand new digital power supply, and for this year's these two models, we have some very impressive features to level up its performance and efficiency. For these two models here, we have pre-installed the ring door 14cm fans. Let me show you the RGB lightings. As you can see, looks really good with the RGB lightings. And since it is the digital power supply, you can monitor the digital power supply via our softwares. All right, and let me show you how the software looks like and how it works. So this is the SPM, the web version of our softwares. So as you can see right here, there are tons of information for you to monitor your power supply. And right here, we have our brand new digital power supply, the Top Power IRGB Plus Titanium 1650 watts. And like here, you can see there's the total time weekly or the average efficiency. So there's a lot of different informations like the average monthly watts that you use. And also at the left hand side, you can just choose the power supply. And what you have to do is you have to choose the one that you want to monitor right now. So let's choose the one we have right now. All right, so at this part, it will show you the fan speed, like the every hours, the fan speed, and the PSU temperature right here. So there's many kinds of information for you to monitor your power supply. And what's the special for the SPN right here is the power management, which means you can set the future time to make it reboot or turn off. So we choose the power supply like here. So you can choose the date you want, like the date and the time that you wanted to shut it down, or you just want to reboot it every day, or yeah. So there's still many functions of the softwares, like you can control the lighting effects or the fan speed by our software called the DPSG or the SPN, and I will show you more detail during the power supply section. Okay, next move on to the cooler.
Thanks, James. This is Alvin. Hello. And thanks for watching our quick tool. This is the cooling part. We start with the software. Remember, if you're watching our live stream during January, you know we just have the concept of the software. It's called the Tg Argb Plus 2.0. It's combined DPSG for SPN, the digital power supply, and the top-end Argb software for memory, and also the Tg Argb Plus software to control all the cooling product. So here's the Tg Argb Plus 2.0. So combine 3 into 1. You don't have to download the 3 different software to control different devices. And the Tg Argb Plus 2.0 is the second gen. Through the software, you can monitor real-time information in the PC function here, like a CPU, VGA, and the memory for loading, the frequency, etc. Also, you can control the lighting. See here the user interface from the fan, like a ring coil, ring control, soft digital power supply, and our all-in-one memory. Everything here is easy to control, and we're also adding some customization function, allows you to create your own really stunning awesome lighting effects. All right, so that's for the Tg Argb Plus 2.0. I will give you more detail tomorrow. Okay, let's move on to another one. Here is our cooling fan. All right. This first one is a ring control. It's a Y edition. Another one is a pure Argb. It's also the Y edition. This one is software control, which is our ecosystem software called Tg Argb Plus 2.0. Also, you can use Tg Argb Plus 2.0 to control lighting. This is a Y edition, and it only comes with one size, is 120 millimeter. Another one is pure Argb. It's Argb means it's controlled by the motherboard RGB software, and also it's only one size, 120 meter. So it's a pure Argb 12 Snow Edition. This is for cooling fan. Another one. Let's move on to the all-in-one. This is a Top Liquid Ultra. All right. So if you're familiar with what we just mentioned in January this year, now this is very close to available to buy. Top Liquid Ultra, first thing, come with 2 different sizes, 240 and 360. Okay, and what's going to make this all-in-one Spatial is a wall block. You can see here is a 2.1-inch LCD display on the CPU wall block. The reason we naming this product is called Top Liquid Ultra is a code name. If you see the Ultra in the product name, means it comes with the LCD monitor. Okay, no matter it's on CPU wall block or a memory wall block, it comes with this LCD monitor. Through the LCD monitor, you can use our Tg Argb Plus 2.0 software to monitor real-time information like a CPU, VGA, your memory, etc., the temperature, frequency, loading. Also, you can upload your pictures or photos on the CPU wall block. And a little bit of entertainment, you can also upload the customized GIF file. Okay, so it's a little bit funny. So through this one, and compared with our cooling fan, is Top Fan Turbo. It's just fan speed is up to the 2,500 RPM. It can efficiently cool down your CPU, give you your best booting performance, and then let your CPU give you a best output. Again, this is Top Liquid Ultra. Okay, let's move on to here. There's another all-in-one, it's a new one called Top Liquid TR4. Okay, If you know about our all-in-one, you know we have one model to support the TR4 motherboard, and the Threadripper CPU is called Floor TR4. Okay, this is the only one. So this year we're thinking we can come out with a new one for you, and it's Argp control. It's called the Tough Liquid AR4. You can see the water block is quite big because the copper base can fully cover the Threadripper CPU. Don't worry about this, not enough cooling power, so it can ensure your CPU is cooled down, give you better CPU performance. And then this all-in-one is Argb design, which means it can control by the multiple Argb software. And also it comes with a controller on the CPU water block, like here, the little button here, to change the lighting if your motherboard doesn't come with the Argb header. Okay, and for cooling fan, it comes with the top fan turbo. The fan speed is 2,500 RPM, so ensure you have enough cooling power to cool down your Threadripper CPU. All right, let's move on to the next one. Is Pacific Ms2 Ultra. Okay, again, you heard the Ultra name in the product name, means it's an LCD monitor on that. Just like I mentioned before, it's a 2.1-inch LCD monitor, and you can control, monitor, upload, all the things, and through our Tg Argb Plus 2.0 software. It's a liquid cooling components. So if you are DIY end user, you want the LCD monitor on your CPU water block, Ms2 Ultra will be the best choice for you. All right, move on to the next one. Is Floor RC Ultra. Remember we launched the Floor RC, the all-in-one. It's the first all-in-one combine the CPU water block and the memory water block in one product. Okay, so the first gen of the Floor RC, the sales feedback is pretty good, and the reviewer really likes it, and because it can cool down your two very important devices at the same time. This is the second gen called the Floor RC Ultra. Also comes with the two sizes, 240 and 360. You can see the special thing is on the memory water block, CPU one, and CPU water block and the memory water block, it comes with two individual LCD monitor. CPU water block is 2.1-inch. And memory water block is a 3.9-inch. So two individual monitor, you can monitor different information, like here you want a CPU, here you want a memory or the VGA. You can also upload the different pictures, GIF file, give you a little bit of entertainment. The fan, about the fan, the cooling power is also the top fan turbo. So 2,500 RPM, ensure you have enough cooling power to cool down your CPU and the memory. All right, next one. This is a Top Air. We have just launched the Top Air series CPU air cooler a couple of months ago. And we're thinking about maybe Top Air, we can add on the new member to cool down to full the TR4 motherboard and the Threadripper CPU. So this is the Top Air TR4. You see the copper base, you can fully cover the CPU, so don't worry about that. And it comes with the fan. It's a concept, it's a top fan concept, so up to the 2,000 RPM, so it can officially cool down your CPU. Okay, Top Air TR4. All right, next one is a liquid cooling kit. All right, we got 3 new models. First one is called the CLM 360 Ultra. Okay, Ultra again, which means we have the CPU water block is Ms2 Ultra here. So that's why we call this is an Ultra liquid cooling kit. If you want, if you're a DIY liquid cooling DIY user, you want the LCD monitor inside your chat system, and you want software control, and you're looking for a kit, you don't want to pick every component by yourself. This one is a good choice. Another two is called, the new one is called Tough C360 and Tough C240, two different sizes. It's because the name's Tough means we have a top fan inside. It's a non-RGB liquid cooling kit, and we use a top fan and a non-RGB water block and the pump reservoir. So if you don't like lighting, you just want a pure, simple and pure just performance, this two will be a good option for you. All right. So the next one is coolant. Remember, just James mentioned this year's theme for the Expo June is a multiple color. We got a colorful logos here. So we definitely need a new color for the coolant. Right now we have the P1000 around the 6 different colors. And then this year we decided to add in the new color called automatic gray. Okay, so personally think automatic gray is a pretty match the top C360 and the 240 the theme for your system. Looks really elegant. Okay. All right, last thing for cooler is the MB cooler called the Massive 12 Argb. This is the second gen for the Argb MB cooler. First gen is a Massive 12 Argb. It's a really big MB cooler. It can support really up to the 617-inch gaming laptop. But we got it. This is a good product. But we heard the feedback from the sales or customers says the MB cooler is too big. You think about make the size smaller. So this one is 112 millimeter inside, and it can support up to 15-inch laptop. So have the RGB lighting bar around the laptop. Make sure when you put your laptop on that, you can still see the RGB lighting. So again, massive 12 RGB. All right, that's pretty much for the cooling product. Let's move on to memory. All right. For memory, in the first half year, we just launched the new high-end memory series called the Tougher XG. All right, so if you didn't catch our product, here's a good chance to know this product again. This is Tougher XG RGB. I have 16 adjustable LED inside and a special two-tone heat spreader. Also, there's a X-shape innovation. X-shape in the middle of the light bar, so that's why we call the Tougher XG. Okay, X-shape. So with the 16 adjustable LED, makes it really the lighting routes smooth and really bright, like here. Okay, and currently we have the 4 different frequency from 3600 to 4600. These 4 different frequency comes with 8 GB by 2. And since the launch, you have received lots of feedback. Says, oh, I'm a content creator. I'm doing a video editing. I need a large capacity for the memory. So do you think about we can have that one? So we heard that your voice. So you sure we're just going to launch the large capacity for you for the Tougher XG. We have 2 different capacity. First one is 32 GB. Another one is 64 GB. It comes with 2 different frequencies, the 3600 and the 4000 megahertz. All right, that's the Tougher XG. Another demo here I want to show you is since we define our Tougher XG is the highest level for our memory product line. About the performance, here is our engineer doing the overclocking here. We use in the Tougher XG 4600 megahertz to overclock to 55 and 66. So over 5500 megahertz from 4600 megahertz to 5500 megahertz is you know, I think the performance about the Tougher XG, this one can tell you that's the fastest memory on the market right now. All right, and look at here. If you want to add on some expansion key for your memory, we have come out 2 different products. First one is the LCD monitor key for your memory. It's called the Pacific R2 Ultra. Okay, this will LCD on that. And then the other one is the Pacific A2 memory water block. If you want to do the cooling, liquid cooling on your memory, you also consider Pacific A2 Ultra. All right, the last thing is personal favorites for this year. Remember the colorful thing, multicolor. We're doing on that. We do on that on the chassis. And for memory, we also apply the thing here. We have black and white is original color for top frame. And we launched the two special color called the Racing Red and Metallic Gold in the first half year. And in June, we're going to launch the new color. First, let me show you some special colors. It's not ready yet, just let you sneak peek about it. This is a 3D pen and a special 3D pen and the coating on the memory heat spreader. All right, so we not define the name yet, just show you a little bit. But the important thing is the new color. Here, take a look here. It's the new color we're ready to sell. And it's available soon in next month. First thing is top frame RGB turquoise. The color is really simple and elegant, and you can't find a similar color on the market right now for the memory. Another one is called top frame RGB Racing Green. Okay, the color is a very, I think that this is the color is rich. And if you pick up the green chassis or you use the green liquid cooling components, use green coolant, this one definitely is good to fit your chassis in the modding. All right, both of this color come with one frequency. It's a 3600 megahertz, and it's 8 GB by 2 module. All right. Before we end up the memory part, when you look at this colorful memory, the one thing is we got many friends around the world. They are professional modders. They are modding not only the chassis, also the memory. Okay, we have launched the event last year. It's called the RedMod Invitational Season 1. They just give us a really nice production and the creation on the RedMod. And right now, the RedMod Invitational Season 2 is ongoing. And they also created some really, I can say this is a piece of art. They raised the level to pretty high. So here is a video about how they make the RedMod and what's their plan and how they design the thought. Please watch the video. That's awesome, right? And thanks for watching. If you are interested in our RAMMod event, the invitational, you can go to our website. There is full information, the pictures for you. All right, that's for the memory. Let's move on to Stefan. Thank you.
Hello, this is Stefan here from Thermaltake, and thank you, Alvin, for your introduction. And for me, I'll be introducing to you our newest gaming products of this year. So let's get started. So the first item that I would like to introduce to you is this keyboard. And this one is the Arjun K6 RGB low profile gaming keyboard. And please keep in mind that this is our brand new product line of the Arjun series. And by meaning low profile, we introduced first time the cherry low profile switches. This keyboard comes with 2 options for the switches. You can choose low profile red or low profile silver. So the purpose of this keyboard is to not only have a very slim design, but also have a relatively short profile. So it's very nice looking, and the keyboard also comes with dedicated ABS plastic keycaps for the low profile switches. As for the material, we use aluminum top plate, and as you can see, this keyboard is two-tone finished. So this is space gray color and this is black. Therefore, there are actually 2 aluminum top plates for this keyboard. It's quite unique. And if you can see on the side of the keyboard, there's this curvature design. Very nice looking, very elegant looking as well. And once again, you can see that the overall profile is very short, very nice looking. And we keep the volume control knob from the Arjun K5 keyboard. And this volume control resembles the one that you've seen on the premium car audio system or premium stereo system volume control knob. And it's also aluminum with a mute button in the middle. And this keyboard has RGB lighting per key. Okay, 16.8 million color RGB lighting. And also comes with various lighting effects as well. This keyboard is also equipped with a complete set of multimedia keys and hotkeys. And this wrist rest is also included for the keyboard. We use synthetic leather for very good comfortability and also ergonomically friendly. And it's also magnetically connected to the keyboard, so it's very easy to connect and disconnect. Okay, so the next item is the mouse. And this is the Project X RGB gaming mouse. The mouse comes in 2 models. You can choose the wireless one or the wired one. So let's talk about the wireless one. Spec-wise, the wireless Project X gaming mouse is equipped with Pixar sensor 3370 with DPI up to 19,000. And we use the best Omron switches up to date for the left and right clicks. And they have 60 million clicks life cycle. And the mouse wireless, but it has 3 connection modes. You can use wired or 2.4 wireless, 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection or Bluetooth connection. And the Wi-Fi dongle is also included. Okay. So the next Project X mouse is the wired version. And for the sensor, we use Pixar 3389 and DPI up to 16,000. For the left and right clicks, we use Omron 50 million clicks life cycle micro switches. Then the next item is the headset. This is the Arjun H5 RGB 7.1 surround gaming headset. As you can see, there are 2 very distinctive lighting zones on each of the ear cups, with lighting strips on the side and also the logo. So it looks very, very nice. To get a close-up, this one comes with bidirectional detachable microphone. And for the ear cups, we use memory foam ear cups. So it's ergonomically friendly and also very comfortable to use. And also soft touch material for the headband. As for the drivers, this one comes with 50mm enhanced sound quality drivers. This headset also comes with an inline control box where you can control the game mode, turn on and off, or DTS mode. and the microphone mute button and the volume control for the microphone. Okay. So the next version of the H5 headset is the wireless one. The wireless will remove the lighting strips surrounding the logo just to have more power. And we also have the lighting zones on the logos. So pretty much the same spec as the 7.1 surround sound one, but this one comes with the wireless. But it's only in 2.4 GHz wireless connection. And for the drivers, we use 40mm drivers for this headset. Okay. So if you follow me here, I will introduce to you our Arjun items set up for you. So you can see the keyboard and the mice, mousepad, bungee, headset stand, etc. But the thing that I would like to introduce to you is this desk. This is the Arjun Argb gaming desk. First of all, I would like to invite you to take a look at this desk because this is really unique and very good looking, but the functionality is also very, very good. So you can see that this table has two desks. There's a main desk and there's a second desk. Now please keep in mind that this is a prototype, but in the final product, we will actually shorten the length of the second desk. And the purpose to have a shorter second desk is to have a 4-tower PC set up here. So you'll have more space on the left hand and right hand side of the desk. Now the desk also comes with headset hanger here and a cup holder here. And the height of the desk can be adjusted electronically. And there are a total of 4 height profiles. The desk also comes with USB ports and 3.5mm ports included. Now if you can see at the bottom of the desk, which is actually the design highlight of this desk, is the legs. We use metal material and two-tone finish, as you can see, the chrome silver and the black. So it's very, it stands out a lot and it's very unique as well. And the desk also has a lighting strip on it. We put it on the back of the desk. It's an RGB lighting strip on the back. The purpose of that is to have lighting projecting onto the wall or to the servers behind the desk. And this desk can hold up to 150 kilograms of weight, which is about 330 pounds. And for the height, it can go from 70 to 100 centimeters. Okay, so I still have one more thing to show you, and that's actually the highlight of our gaming products. So please follow me. Hello everyone, this is Stefan here. As you can see behind me, there are so many colorful chairs behind me. And this is our highlight of the gaming products of this year. This is the Arjun E700 gaming chair. As you can see, there are a total of 6 colors. The one behind me is the black, and this one is white, and that one is space gray. And we also will introduce special colors, starting from the blue, the orange, and the green. So first of all, since it is a quick tour, I would just like to introduce to you to take a look at the magnificent design of our new gaming chair. And of course, we will give you an in-depth, detailed introduction later on. So thank you, and that's the end of the quick tour. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next section is new chassis products overview.
Hello everyone, welcome to the chassis section. This is James. I know a lot of users online are waiting for this part, right? So before we get started, if you have any questions about the new products I'm about to introduce you, or anything you want to know about us, feel free to leave all the questions in the comment sections right here. we will get back to you as soon as possible, either during the live stream or after the live stream. And for this section, we will break into two parts. First part, I will quickly go through all the new products and show you how it looks like. And the second part, I will introduce more detailed spec about each product. Okay, you guys ready? Follow me. The first new product right here is the Divider 200 Cube Case. It is the Cube Case that supports micro ATX motherboards, and it comes with two versions. The first one is the tempered glasses version, and the other one is the Air edition for those users who care about the thermal performance. And it calls the Divider series because of the iconic design of the side panels. It's split with two different parts, the triangular steel and the triangular tempered glasses. And later on, I will show you more details about the side panels, okay? And the next one right here, if you're a 100% Thermaltake fan, you must be familiar with this one right here. This is the Divider 300 Tg Argb editions. And as you can see, there's two tempered glasses for these models. And also for this year's, we have the Air editions for people who cared about the air intake or the thermal performance. And the next one is the bigger brothers of the Divider family called Divider 500s. As you can see, the overall size of the Divider 500 is a bit larger than the Divider 300, but it's still the Midtower chassis that support the ATX motherboards. And it also comes with two different versions, the Argb tempered glasses edition and the Air editions. All right, now let me show you more detail about each product, okay? Well, it's time to tear down the Divider 200s and show you guys more details about this elegant cube case, okay? And before we get started, big shout out to my best friend Thompson here. He's gonna help me out today. So, the Divider 200 tempered glasses chassis right here, it comes with the two standard fans. There's one 20 centimeter standard fans at front, and there's 12 centimeter standard fans at rear. And since it's the Divider families, let me show you the most iconic design side panels. As you can see, we split the side panels diagonally with two triangular side panels. One is the steel panels and the other is the tempered glasses panel. And both of these triangular side panels are very easy to remove, and let me show you how to do it. So for the steel side panel, you just have to remove the two thumb screws right there, and you can just take it out like this. And there's a little gap between these two triangular side panels, so it will help a little bit intake for the internal components. And for the tempered glasses side panels right here is even more easier. You don't really need to remove any thumb screws. You just take it out like this. And for a Divider 200 tempered glasses edition, it comes with three tempered glasses, the front, top, and the left-hand side. And for the I/O connections, it comes with two USB 3.0 and one Type-C, and of course the HD audios and reset buttons. And at the other side of the side panels, let me show you how it looks like. Since this kind of cube case, most of the users are cared about the internal thermal performance. So for this case, we designed two triangular steel side panels with the ventilation holes on it. So it will assure the best thermal performance for this case. And it's also very easy to remove. Let me show you. It's kind of same with the other sides. There's two thumb screws, and you can just take it out like this. And since there's the ventilation hole right here, we don't really need the little gap right here. Okay. And for this part, it's also very easy. You just take it out like this. And since there's the ventilation holes right here, we have the easy removable fan filters for you. You can just take it out like this, do the cleaning. All right. And for the radiator supports, it can support 280 millimeters radiator either at front or at the right hand side. And this is where we highly recommend you to install your radiators, because by install the radiator here with our ventilation hose, the side panels, it will provide the best thermal performance. And let me show you the front tempered glasses. Oh. As you can see, there's a very big gap at both sides of it. So you don't really need to worry about the air intake at front. And also, we have a very easy removable fan filters at the front. As you can see, it's a very big one, right? Like this. So it is also very easy for you to do the cleaning. And for the hard drive, there's the hard drive cage for the 2.5 right here. There's total 3 2.5 hard drive right here. And for the motherboards, it is installed horizontally right in the middle of this case. So it will provide the best overview when you see above the chassis. And except for the tempered glasses version, we also have the air editions for you. For those users who are cared about the thermal performance and they don't really need to see the RGB lightings or anything like that, we have the air editions for those users. As you can see, we have a very special designs mesh front panels with the Thermaltake logos on it. It looks really good. And let me show you how it looks when you just put it on like this. It looks like this. And for both tempered glass edition and air edition, we have the snow white colors and the black versions. Let me show you how it looks with the black version of the air editions. It's like this, and all the specs are remain the same with the snow one, of course, because they came from the same families. So that's pretty much everything about the Divider 200's cube case. And let's move on to the next one. All right, it's time for the Divider 300 series. And as some of the fans may know, we already launched the Divider 300 tempered glasses edition and the ARGB editions. And today I'm gonna introduce you the brand new air editions. And just like the Divider 200s, for the air edition, it comes with a special design front panels with the Thermaltake logos, like this. As you can see, there's the special design with the Thermaltake logos at the front, which can assure the best air intake. And for the Divider 300 air editions, it comes with 2 standard fans. The one is a 12 centimeters fan at front, and the other is at rear. And since it's a Divider series, the side panel is split with the diagonally with the steel and tempered glasses. And it's same with the Divider 200. It's very easy to remove. For the steel side panel, you just have to remove the 2 thumb screws. And let me show you how it looks like. And also, we keep the little gap between the tempered glasses and the steel side panels. So there's a bit air intake at this point, like this. And for the tempered glasses, it's the same way to remove. You just take it out like this. And for the Divider 300, it comes with the full length power cover at here to help you to hide all the cables from the power supply. And since we have the small windows right here, you can show the RGB lightings of your power supply. Like this one here, we have the top power chip 2 ARGBs. So you can show the Argb lighting effects via the small windows right here. And there's one more thing I want to show you is there's a spatial design covers right here. Yes, right here. And this is the spatial cover that can hide all the cables. And of course, you can also install the 2.5 hard drive right here with 1, 2, 3. And at the other side of the divider 300s, we have the side panels with the ventilation holes. So there is the place you can install the radiators at this side, right side of the motherboards. So with the ventilation hole at here, it will help the thermal performance. And at the top of the divider 300s, you can support one 12 centimeters fans or the 14 centimeters fans. And for the I/O connections, it comes with 2 USB 3.0 and 1 Type-C and HD audio and the RGB buttons like this. If you change to the RGB fans, you can just change the RGB lightings via the RGB buttons right here. All right, and that's pretty much everything about the divider 300s. And oh, the last thing I want to emphasize is our rotatable PCIe slots. So, which means you can install the graphic card vertically or horizontally, depends on what kind of build you like. And this Air Edition will be available soon in Q3. And except for the Air Edition, let me show you the Argb editions. Yeah, this is how the Argb edition looks like. And of course, since it is the Argb edition, it comes with 3 12 centimeters Argb fans at front and 1 standard fans at rear. And the Argb fans we have can support the either mother or sink, or like I just mentioned, you can just change the lighting effects with the RGB buttons. And that's pretty much everything about the divider 300s. If you have any questions you would want to know, just let us know and we will get back to you. All right, and it's time for the last member of the divider family, the divider 500s Tg Argb. So the overall size of the divider 500 are slightly larger than the divider 300s, but it's still the Midtower chassis that support the standard ATX motherboards. And for the divider 500s Tg Argb edition, it comes with 4 tempered glasses, the ones at front, top, and the both left and right side. And let me show you how it looks like for the front panels. As you can see, it's a very clearly view for the front panels. And we have a little gap at both left and right hand side to assure the air intake at the front. And also, we have the removable fan filters at front to make sure that you can do all the cleaning very easily. And at the top is also the tempered glasses panels, as you can see. So if you want to install the Argb fans at front, you can also check the lighting effects very easily with the top tempered glasses panels. And there's one more thing I want to emphasize with the divider 500 is that for some of the tempered glasses front panel chassis, users are complaining about the air intake at front because for most of the case, the fans will be instantly outside of the chassis. But for these cases, we make the fans a little bit intake. So as you can see, the fan is not installed outside of the chassis. So by doing this, the air intake at front will be absolutely no problem. And since it is the divider family, again, I have to emphasize its very unique side panel designs, the triangular steel and tempered glasses. And if you're the users that care about the internal components, like maybe you have a very expensive graphic card you want to show to your friends, for the divider 500, we have the extra tempered glasses panels for you. At the left-hand side, we have the extra tempered glasses for you like this. So if you really want to show the internal components, like your graphic cards or all the lighting effects, it will look like this. You can just choose the extra triangular tempered glasses side panels. All right. And at the other side, it's also with the tempered glasses panels and steel panels. And at the right-hand side of the motherboard, right here, actually you can install the radiators at this place. So to have a better thermal performance, we have extra panels to assure the best thermal performance with the steel, triangular steel shape like this, with the ventilation hole right here. So if you install the radiator at the right-hand side of the motherboards, the ventilation hole right here can make sure that the performance will be very good. And let me show you how it looks like. It looks like this. And of course, we have the easy removable the fan filters. All right, let me just put it back. And for the I/O connection of the divider 500, it's same with the divider 300. There's two USB 3.0, the Type-C, and the HD audios, and the Argp buttons to change the lighting effects at front. If you don't have the Argp motherboards, this is how you can control the lightings. And also, it comes with the rotatable PCIe slots right here. It's the same with the divider 300s. You can just change the graphic card vertically or horizontally. It's very easy. And for the radiator, it can support 360 millimeters radiator at front and 280 millimeters at top. And for the fan support at the rear, it can support the 12 centimeter or the 14 centimeters. And at the top will be two 14 centimeter or two 12 centimeters. And for both of the tempered glasses, Argb edition and Air edition, it comes with the snow and black colors. And let me show you how it looks with the Air editions. So basically, it's kind of very similar with the divider 300s and divider 200 at the front. But what's the difference is that for the divider 500, we also have the mesh panels at the top of it. Let me show you. So as you can see, for the top panels, it also comes with the Spatial design Thermaltake logos, mesh panels to make sure that they have the best thermal performance. And we also have the easy removable filters right here. And for the divider 500, it can also support our distro plate at the right-hand side of the motherboards. Let me just show you right here. So this is the other way that you can choose, except for the all-in-one liquid coolers. All right. And the divider 500 will be available soon in Q3 this year. So if you are looking for the Spatial Midtower chassis, the divider 500 will be your best choice. And that's pretty much everything about the divider 500s. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Thank you
Hello.
for joining our 20 and 21 Thermaltake Virtual Expo June. This is the first section. We just done the case product overview, right?
Yes.
Okay, right now is the Q&A and the giveaway time.
Woohoo!
Ooh, okay, so let's quick. Here is the questions. Okay, if you know the answer, I will repeat the question twice. And if you know the answer, please leave the answer in the comment section. And our price is
The top power GF2 Argb 850 watts.
yes. Okay, so here's question. Okay, how many tempered triangle panels does divider 500 have? Okay, once again, how many tempered triangle panels does divider 500 have? Okay, here is the option. 1, or 2, or 3, or 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the correct answer? Do you know the answer, James?
I don't know. It's kind of difficult.
Guys, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay. Okay, again, the answer is 1 or 2 or 3 and 4. How many triangle panels? It's tempered glass, right? Does divider 500 have? Okay. So we will, if you know the answer, please leave your answer here. After the expo, our colleague will contact you, pick up the winner, and send a prize to you. All right. So we just done the overview for the case.
Yeah.
And this year we still got lots of tons of really beautiful and really cool design
Like
chassis.
the Tower 100s
Yeah, I like the color.
or the Core P6.
Oh yeah.
That's a very creative open front chassis. If you guys really like it, the concept of the Core P8, but it's kind of too big for you, the P6 is the best choice.
Yeah. My personal fabric is the Tower 100. I think it's turquoise.
Yeah, the color is really good.
Really beautiful, and if it's a nice color for girls and boys. No matter you.
For the YouTubers. Yeah.
You want to show off your system. You want, it's kind of like a style because you can't find anything like this.
Yes.
On the market right now, and normally you will see these colors fashion industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and chassis or your build, your PC could be a fashion accessory in your bathroom, living room. Yeah. Okay. So there's we're waiting for 30 seconds. Please leave your answer in the comment sections. Okay, if you didn't catch the questions, I will repeat again. Okay, one last time. How many tempered triangle panels does divider 500 have? It's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, you got it? You got it? Okay. Okay, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. All right. Thank you for watching the chassis, new chassis product overview. Hope you like our product, and hopefully you can be the lucky winner. All right. See you next session. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Some cases aren't out to make a statement. Having a case that looks as good as it functions is a great way to add some personalization to your build without having to sacrifice elements like airflow, or showing off your next level RGB setup. Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Thermaltake Divider 300 Argb Midtower case. A versatile case that stands out from the crowd. The Divider 300 is 475mm high, 220mm wide, and 461mm deep. This case is a part of our upcoming Divider series lineup, containing a blend of open frame style elements, clean functionality, and stunning good looks. The Divider 300 comes in either a black or snowy white edition. The case utilises two 3mm thick tempered glass windows on the front and side, which are more scratch resistant than standard acrylic. However, the show-stopping element of the Divider 300 is the diagonal split on the side window. Each panel can be removed separately, and there is a slot specifically for airflow tucked in between the two panels for your graphics card. The front panel has 2 additional airflow slots on either side with the discrete dust filter tucked in behind to protect your fans from dust. And speaking of fans, behind the front panel comes 3 pre-installed 120mm Argb fans, as well as a standard 120mm rear fan, giving you peak airflow from day one. The Argb fans can of course be controlled via your motherboard software or via the handy button on the front I/O panel. The case has more to it than just good looks though. The Divider 300 can run all sorts of hardware inside. You can run a CPU cooler of up to 145mm high and a PSU with a max length of 180mm with an HDD cage or 230mm without one. Lastly, you can fit a graphics card of up to 360mm with a radiator or 390mm without one. And speaking of radiators, this case can support all sorts of those too. You can fit up to a 120mm radiator at the top or the rear, as well as up to a 360mm radiator at the front, or a 240mm radiator on the motherboard side. Fan-wise, you can only fit a 120mm fan at the rear, but up to one 140mm fan at the top. Motherboard side, you can fit up to 2 120mm fans and either 3 120 or 2 140mm fans at the front. The Divider 300 also comes with an array of special features, furthering the case's uniqueness and versatility. Overall, the case has a dismantleable modular design, featuring modular panels, brackets, and pre-designed mounting arrays. The case also comes with a ventilated PSU shroud, giving you a place to hide all those unsightly cables. You can also mount your graphics card either horizontally or vertically with our patented rotational Pcie slots and riser GPU support bracket. The Divider 300 comes with even more dust filters at the bottom, top, and back of the case to help keep the dust bunnies at bay. In terms of storage, you can fit up to 2 3.5-inch HDDs or 2 2.5-inch SSDs in the bay drive out back, as well as 2 2.5-inch SSDs on the back mounting panel. If you have some fancy SSDs you want to display, there's also a front removable mounting panel also, which is located on the motherboard side. Finally, your I/O port features 2 USB 3.0 and a Type-C port in an easy-to-access location. So if you want your dream build to look good without sacrificing functionality, then the Divider 300 might just be the case that you've been searching for.
Hello everyone, this is James. Welcome back to the second half of the chassis sections, and except for the Divider series I just introduced you, we still have some very exciting new products I would like to show you. And like the first section, I will quickly go through all the new products, and then I will show you the more detail about each product. And if you have any questions about our new products, as usual, you can just leave your questions on the comment sections and we will get back to you as soon as possible, okay? All right, let's move on to our first, the Tower 100 multiple color versions. Last year, we have the very first vertical mini ITX tower, the Tower 100, and that was the only black and snow versions. And for this time, we are prepared multi-colors for the users to choose. The first one right in the middle is the Tower 100 turquoise, and the one right here is the metallic gold versions. And the one right here is the racing green versions. And all the specs remain the same with the original Tower 100s. I know some of you might not be very familiar with these products, so later on I will show you more details about the specs, okay? And next, move on to our last Midtower chassis, the Core P6. Last year we have a very successful new open front chassis called the Core PA, and since then we got a lot of feedbacks from the users around the world. They have a lot of very good advice for us, so that we have decided to show you the next generation of the Core PA. It's the Core P6 right here, and we have the multiple colors, the snow versions and the black versions. So that's the new products I want to introduce you for the second section of the chassis, and let me show you the more details of these products, okay? All right, and now it's time to take a closer look at our Thermaltake's very first vertical mini ITX tower, and this is Thompson. He's gonna help me out today. So last year we have launched our very first vertical mini ITX tower, the Tower 100. It is the smaller version of our iconic Tower 900. And that was a quite successful debut for the Tower 100s. A lot of fans are like its overall design and its compact size. And since the mini ITX towers, a lot of people are cared about the thermal performance because it's a tiny internal space, but you don't really need to worry about that for the Tower 100s. And for the original Tower 100, we have the black and snow versions. And since for the main topic for this year's Thermaltake Expo June is Your Mod, Your Way, we'll proudly present you some of very unique colors. The right in the middle, this is the Tower 100 turquoise. And the one right here is the racing green editions. And the one right here is the metallic gold editions. I know some of you might not be very familiar with the Tower 100s. Maybe this is your first time to know about these products, and let me show you more details, okay? So for the Tower 100s, it is the mini ITX chassis that support the mini ITX motherboards, and it comes with two fans. There's one 12cm fans at top, and the other 12cm fans at the rear. And since, like I just mentioned, the thermal performance will be the most important things. So as you can see, there's the ventilation hole all around it. Like the side will be like this. And let me show you the top filters. It is very easy to remove, as you can see. It's just push and you can just get it out like this. And there's the fan filters right here. It is not removable, but it's also very easy for you to clean. You can just have a little brush to clean the filters. And for the Tower 100, it can support the 12cm all-in-one coolers like this. Let me show you. This is how you take out the top panels. And the AIO coolers will be support on the top of it. And for the tempered glasses, it is very easy to remove. You don't really need any tools. You just have to push up like this, and you can take out the side panels. And it is combined with the tempered glasses and the ventilation hose to make sure the best air intake, the inner air performance. And for the front, it's also very easy to remove like this. And let me turn this a little bit. For this side, it is the same with the other side of the panels. Comes with the ventilation hole and the tempered glasses. So this can assure not only the best view, but also the thermal performance. And for the graphic cards right here, even though it's the mini ITX towers, it can support like up to the 3090 series graphic card. There's no problem for that. And also for this part, you can also open this part right here. You just have to the thumb screw. You just have to remove the thumb screws, and there's the removable filters like this. And even though it is a mini ITX towers, it can support the standard ATX power supply. That is very important features for the Tower 100s, because for most of the mini ITX towers, it can only support the SF power supply. And let me show you, you can just install the power supply at the bottom of the chassis, which is right here. It's right here. So there's plenty of space at the bottom of the chassis to support the standard ATX power supply and do your cable managements. And at the back of the motherboard right here, you can either install the two 3.5 hard drive right here, or you can keep the fans to make sure it has the better air flow. And for the I/O connections, it comes with two USB 3.0 and one Type-C. And for the turquoise edition and the racing green edition, these two will be available soon in Q3 this year. And if you're interested in the metallic gold versions, stay tuned with our Facebook or Instagram. We will have further information when the metallic gold is ready. And oh, there's one more thing I want to show you. It's at the right-hand side of the chassis, right here. It can support two 2.5 hard drive right here. So if you have the, let's say you have the Argp version of hard drive, this is a base path for you to install it, and you can show your Argp lighting at the side of it. And yes, that's pretty much everything about the Tower 100s. And oh, let me show you. So for the both left-hand side and right-hand side panel, you can actually choose whether you want it. Like this is the original at the left-hand side. You can just install it at the right-hand side actually. So it looks like kind of different like this. Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions about the Tower 100s, or you can't wait for the multiple color versions, you just want the black or snow, you can find it available on the market right now. And that's pretty much everything about the Tower 100s. Thank you. Hello everyone, and now it's time for our last Midtower chassis, the Core P6. And last year we have launched our very first brand new concept of the open front cases, the Core P8, and since then we worked very hard to have the upgraded version, and now it's the Core P6. So the overall size of the Core P6 is slightly smaller than the Core P8, which is a lot of users are cared about because they really like the concept of the Core P8, but the size is the reason they do not like it. So this is the Core P6 here. The overall size, we have the smaller it a little bit. And also for the Core P8, there's only the black version. And for the Core P6, we have the brand new snow white colors. So if you're about to build a snow white systems, this is the chassis. You should take a closer look at it. And let me show you the detailed spec of the Core P6. So the Core P6 comes with the 3 tempered glasses at the front and top and the side. And as you can see, since it's the open front chassis, it can transform to the open front case once you remove the top and the front tempered glasses, and I will show you how to do it later. And for the Core P6, it can support up to 13 12 centimeters fans. There's 3 at the front, 3 at the top, and 3 at the bottom. And the last 3 will be at the right side of the motherboards. And also for the Core P6, we have added some impressive features like the power covers right here. So it will help you to do the cable management, especially the cables from the power supply. So you can hide all your cables under this power covers. And also, since the graphic card nowadays are heavier and heavier, we have a Spatial designs stand bracket right here to support the graphic card. Either you install it horizontally or vertically. It can support both forms, and it can support the standard ATX motherboards. For the Core P6, the I/O connections, it comes with the 2 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 2.0 and a Type-C. Let me show you how it looks like. It will be right here. So like I say, the USB 3.0, USB 2.0, and the Type-C, and of course, the reset button and the HD audios. And at the back side of it, we have the ventilation hole to assure the better thermal performance. If you install your radiator at the right-hand side of the motherboard, this is where to assure the best thermal performance. And also, since this is the continuous new products from our open frame cases, it can not only support the standard chassis form like this, and also it can mount it on your wall. So if you don't have enough space in your room, you can just buy the mounted bracket online and just hang it on your room. And let me move around the chassis. And also, there's something that I want to emphasize today is that for the core PA, there's a little gap between the frame and the motherboard connections and the power supply. That's the things that we really want to improve for the core P6. So as you can see, we shorten the gap between the back frame of the chassis and the motherboards, and there's no gap for the power supply. So it's very easy for the users to reach the connections for the motherboards or the power supply. And also, it comes with the Thermaltake's rotatable Pcie slot. So you can choose whether you want to install the graphic card vertically or horizontally. And this is a case that not only support the all-in-one liquid coolers, or you can just do the DIY liquid cooling systems. So at the right-hand side of the motherboards, this is where you can install the distro plate, like the black one over here. As you can see, we have the 360 distro plate with outstanding RGB lightings. So you can sync all your RGB lightings as one. And also, you can just go with the traditional reservoir and pump right here. It's also at the right-hand side of the motherboards. And as earlier I mentioned, it can transfer from the standard Midtower chassis to the open frame chassis. And what you have to do is first you gotta remove the side tempered glasses. And let me show you. So there's the safety stance right here. All you gotta do is you have to remove the 4 safety stands right here, which is to fix the tempered glasses at top and at front. So once you remove it, you can just remove the tempered glasses. You just slide it out. And also there's a safety locks right here to hold the side tempered glasses. So when you want to remove the side tempered glasses panels, the tempered glasses will not break accidentally. It can hold for you right here. All right. And also, you can tear this apart, like the back side of the cases. At this frame, you can remove it. And for the feet of the chassis, you can also remove it if you want to mount it on the wall. That looks even better. So that's pretty much about everything about the Core P6. And if you have any questions about the Core P6, you want to see more details, feel free to let us know. We will get back to you after the live streams. And that's pretty much everything for today's chassis sections. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready for our new power supplies.
Hello everyone, this is James. Welcome to 2021 Thermaltake Expo June. It's time for the power supply. So for the first half of the power supply, I'm going to introduce you the brand new digital power supply called the Top Power Argb Plus 1650 watts and 1250 watts. It's been a while for Thermaltake to have a brand new digital power supply, so it's time for me to introduce you, okay? And for the brand new digital power supply, the Top Power Argb Plus, it comes with the Ring Dual 14 RGB fans. This is one of our top selling RGB fans, and let me show you the RGB lighting effects. As you can see, there are total 18 adjustable or LEDs in it. 9 of them are built around the inner hub, and others are built in the outer rings. The RGB lighting effect is really good, right? And since it has been a while for Thermaltake to have the brand new digital power supplies, we have added some impressive features to these two models to assure you have a better performance and the efficiency. The first one I want to introduce you is the standby power consumption, which we said is lower than 0.1 watts. And I know some of you guys might not be very familiar with the standby power consumption, but actually it is very common in appliances like the refrigerators or the microwaves in your house. So the standby power consumption here refers to the energy drawn down by your PC when it's not in use but still plugged in. So by keeping it lower than 0.1 watts, not only you can save your money, but also reduce the carbon emissions. We only have one Earth. Let's go green together. And then the next features I want to emphasize is the Inrush Current, which is less than 50 amp. So you might be curious what the Inrush Current is. It is refers to the high input current drawn by the power supply to charge the capacitor and inductors in the power supply. So when you turn on the power supply, the capacitor and inductor needs a high input current to charge, and then it will provide the power to the the components in the computers. So we set the inrush current less than 50 amp to assure the power supply will not be damaged when you turn it on. This is quite important. We got a lot of feedback from our users that because of the unstable input currents, all the components might be damaged when they turn on the power supply. And the next one is also a very important feature for the brand new digital power supply called the transition response. This is the measure of how well the power supply can hold its output constantly in response to the loading changes. What it means is that we make sure that our power supply can keep the transition response less than 1% within 12 volts and less than 3% within 5 volts and 3 volts. It can avoid unstable voltage deviation, shut down the whole systems, or cause the damage to the components of the computers like the hard drive. We got a lot of feedback from the overclocker, especially because of the loading changes. Their hard drive are usually damaged because of it. So we add these features to these two power supplies. So if you want, you can do the overclock. And since this is the digital power supply, these two models can be monitored by the software. We call the DPSG and the SPN softwares. And later on, I will show you how to control the power supply via our software, and also what kind of information you can gather from our software. And the next function is very familiar with the power supply. It's called Smart Zero Fan functions. And the reason why I want to emphasize this function at this part is because many users are complaining about the power supply that is damaged because the fans are not working when they turn on, but actually it's not. For these two models, we have the Smart Zero Fan function built into the power supply, which means when you turn on these two power supply, the fan will not working until the loading reaches to 50% of the power supply. So let's say if you buy the brand new top power Argp plus 1650 watts, and then you build a very cool system and you turn it on, and you notice that the fan is not working. So you may contact us and say, oh, I want to change the new power supply, but no, it's not. The power supply is fine and the fans is fine. You just have to wait the loading reach to the 50% of it. And let's move on to the software. At the very beginning, I mentioned that since this is the digital power supply, you can monitor the power supply via our software called the DPSG or the SPN web page version. And also we have the DPSG for the mobile versions. And let me show you how it works. So it is the DPSG. You can see the main page of it, and there's all kinds of information like the output wattage. For now, we have the top power Argb plus 1650 watts right here. We're building with our coolest AHT 200 cases. So for this power we're using right now, the loading is only 5%. And the PSU efficiency is about 82%. And here, there's the PSU fan speed. You can change the speed with the different modes, like there's the silent mode, the performance mode, zero fan mode, or customize. So let's customize it. So you can choose the percentage of the fan speed, like the 100%, or the lowest will be the 30%. You are not allowed to turn the fans off in case of the safety issues, okay? So if you choose the 30% of the fan speed, the RPM will be around 450 RPM. And if you go up all the way to the 100%, the RPM will be around 1,480 RPM. So let's just leave it at the 100%. And then there's also some other useful information for you, like the average efficiency, and also it can show you the total cost with the power supply you're using. Like for this one we have right here, it costs total $145. And then let me show you the lighting. You can control the RGB lighting via our DPSG softwares. As you can see here, you can choose the ring or the hub. Hope you still remember that for the ring dual fans, there's the inner hub and the outer ring. So for right now is the radar mode, and let's just change to the RGB spectrum. As you can see, the lighting is changed. And also you can change the speed of the lighting, like the fast, normal, or you just want to keep it slow. And for the hub, you can change to the flow and change the speed like this. It's very easy to use. And also let me show you the web page of the XPN, which calls the Smart Power Management. The first thing you gotta do is you have to log in. And this will show even more information compared to the DPSG softwares. Like the main page will show the overview of all the power supply in this account. Like the total time you use for the weekly, or the average efficiency, daily efficiency. And let's choose the power supply here. And first of all, what you have to do is you have to select which power supply you are using right now. Like for this one, we have the top power Argp plus 1650 watts. And it will show like the PSU fans. You can select the dates, so you can see the fan speeds daily. There's a lot of different data you can check to track the power supply status, the PSU temperature, or the daily output watts. And the next thing is very useful. Well, personally, I love it, is the you can choose the power management. And what we can do here is you can schedule the time to reboot or to shut down the systems. Let's say maybe you're in your office and you want to make sure that your computers will be shut down at later this afternoon. So you can choose the day right here and the time. Like now it's 3:30. Let's just choose like 1 minute later or 10 minutes later. And then once you click OK, the whole system will ultimately shut down or reboot at the time you set. And that's the software for you to control our digital power supplies. And that's pretty much everything about our brand new digital power supply, the top power Argp plus 1650 watts and 1250 watts. All right, if you have any questions about our brand new digital power supply, the top power Argp plus titanium 1650 watts and 1250 watts, feel free to leave your questions in the comment sections and we will get back to you during the live stream or after the live stream. And see you soon in the second half of the power supply section, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, welcome back to the second half of the power supply section. It's me, still the James. And earlier, I just introduced you our brand new digital power supply, the top power Argp plus 1650 watts and 1250 watts. Now it's time for our brand new analog power supply. It's from our top-selling power supply series called the Top Power GF1. And for this year's, we have the brand new Snow Editions. Let me show you how it looks first. This is how it looks with our signature housing design. And it's from the 650 watts to 750 watts and 850 watts. All the specs remain the same with the original black version Top Power GF1. And since this is not the first time for Thermaltake to launch the Snow version of the power supply, actually many years ago, we have launched our very first Snow White version power supply, but since then, we just focus on the black version only. And in recent years, for the Thermaltake, we have launched a lot of Snow White cases series like the Divider series, the Tower 100 series, and not even the case. We have the Snow version of the fans, radiators, rings, graphic cards, or even the motherboards. And a lot of users keep asking us if we have any plans to launch the Snow White version of the power supply so they can build a whole system in Snow White colors. And there you go. That is why we have bring back the iconic Snow version of the power supply and with our best-selling Top Power GF1 units. And for the Top Power GF1 series, we always emphasize the low voltage regulation less than 2%, which is way lower than the Intel standard, that is 5%. That's how we assure the stable output while our users playing the games or even do the overclocking. And also for the Top Power GF1 series, there are more than 16 million second hold up time for the power supply. And some of you might not be familiar with these features. The hold up time is to make sure the power supply keeps running when the electric power trips off. Sometimes the electric power in our house is not that stable. So with this features, all the components or the power supplies will not be damaged when the electric power trip off. And for the next features I want to emphasize is the smart zero fan functions. Yeah, I just mentioned it in the first section of the power supply, right? But that's something different with the GF1 units. As you can see right here, there's have the switch for the smart zero fan functions, which means you can choose either you want to turn it on or turn it off. Let's say if you are about to play the online games or going to do the programming project, you can just turn it off so that the fans will start working immediately to assure the best thermal performance and quiet operations. Or if you're just checking the emails or do the random paperwork, you can just turn it on. So the fans will not working until the loading reach to 30% of the power supply. So it's kind of very user friendly for the users to choose whether they want it or not. And the last features I want to emphasize is the ripple noises. This is the features, well, personally, I think it's very complicated. We said the ripple noise less than 30 millivolts. So the ripple noises assure the excellent performance and the reliable operations of the systems. You could just consider it as an unwanted wasted. So what we have to do is to keep the unwanted wasted as low as possible, as stable as possible. So for the top power GF1 series, we set the ripple noise no more than 30 millivolts within 12 volts. And for all the 12 volts, 5 volts, and 3.3 volts, which also less than the Intel standard. The Intel standard is 120 millivolts for the 12 volts and 50 millivolts for the both 5 volt and 3.3 volts. By keeping the ripple noise less than 30 millivolts, ensure the stable operations and keep your internal components to function for longer lifetime. And except for all these features, of course, it comes with the 100% Japanese capacitors and 10 years warranty. I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier. Also for the digital power supply, it also comes with a 10 years warranty. So if you are the users that are considering about to build a whole Snow version of the live systems, the top power GF1 Snow edition will be your best choice. And all right, that's pretty much everything about the top power GF1 Snow editions. As usual, if you have any question about the top power GF1, leave your questions in the comment section and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hello, welcome back. We just done the power supply product review, and I really like the SPN software.
Yeah, that's a really helpful software that for the users to gather all kind of information they want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really useful. Okay, so here's a giveaway time. Here's the questions QA. I will repeat the question twice, and please leave if you know the answer, leave in the common area sessions. Our colleague will pick up the winner after today's expo.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's the questions. Oh, right, sorry. Our prize for this section's giveaway is
top power
GF2 Argb 850 watt. Okay, here's the questions. How many LED lights have the new top power Argb plus ring dual fan have? Again, how many LED lights have the new top power Argb plus ring dual fan? The ring dual fan is inside the top power Argb, right? So how many LED of the ring dual fan have? A is 14, B is 18, C is 16. Okay, 14, 18, and 16. So do you know the answer?
Well, I think usually the answer will be right in the middle, right?
Oh, in the middle.
Yeah.
So A, B, C. So in the middle is, yeah. Okay. If you know the answer, just leave the answer in the comment section, and we will pick up the winner after the expo. Our colleagues will contact you. Hopefully you are the lucky winner. All right, so that's it for this section. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, thank you joining and watching our 2021 Thermaltake Virtual Expo in June. Thank you, and hope you like our new products. See you soon. Bye-bye.
It's all too easy to overlook RAM. After all, it's just your memory, right? Wrong. RAM can be the difference between an amazing gaming experience and one where you're left wondering why your game's crashing constantly. Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Thermaltake Tough RAM Xg Argb DDR4 memory. RAM that is fast, reliable, and gorgeous. The Tough RAM Xg features tightly screened ICs to ensure your gaming performance remains nice and stable when you need it most. The Tough RAM Xg is compatible with a whole variety of motherboards. This includes the Intel X99, 400, 300, 200, and 100 series, as well as the AMD X570 and B550. So you have a nice variety of boards that will run these bad boys. With sets available in 3600, 4000, 4400, and 4600 MHz varieties, there's something to suit all sorts of gamers and enthusiasts. Appearance-wise, the Tough RAM Xg features one of our most stunning designs yet. The RAM features two different aluminium-style variants on both the front and back face that intersect at the chrome strip down the middle. This RAM features a fresh, stylish, sophisticated look that's unlike any other RAMs available on the market. The Tough RAM Xg also comes with a distinctive X-shaped light bar. The geometric design is comprised of 16 high-lumen addressable LEDs, forming one of our most stunning displays of RGB lighting, and you have 8 lighting zones to play with, creating an incredibly dynamic lighting experience. The lighting, of course, can all be controlled via our Tough RAM software, Neon Maker, Tg Argb+, Razer Chroma, or even your motherboard software. This ensures your lighting can be as bold and bright or as subtle as simple as you wish. Did you know you can keep track of even more than just your RGB with our Tough RAM software? The software supplied with your RAM also allows you to monitor real-time temperature, frequency, and performance via the easy-to-use interface. The Tough RAM Xg is built with high-quality components both inside and out. This RAM features a meticulously engineered TT Premium X-style heat spreader design, complete with 10-layer PCB and 2-ounce copper foil plating. This ensures superior overclocking possibilities and overall stability to make sure you aren't missing out on any of your RAM's power potential. By utilizing 10 microgold fingers, the RAM ensures enhanced durability and high wear resistance. This means no matter how many builds you might need to pop these bad boys into, you won't notice any decrease in quality. Lastly, the Tough RAM Xg comes Intel XMP 2.0 ready, so for all you overclockers out there, this RAM is ready to overclock with ease. And to put the final cherry on top of our amazing gorgeous RAM, the Tough RAM Xg comes with a limited lifetime warranty. So in the admittedly unlikely event that something goes wrong with your RAM, we've got you covered. So if you're looking for RAM that provides you with an amazing gaming performance as well as a vivid, gorgeous look, then the Tough RAM Xg ticks those boxes. With a distinctive RGB design and meticulously crafted high-quality construction, the Tough RAM Xg has everything you need to ensure your PC's memory is fully covered, no matter which way you play.